Hello, this is Father Daniel Kim, Maryknoll Missioner, and welcome to our daily Gospel reading and reflection. Today's Gospel reading is according to St. Mark, chapter 6, verses 14 to 29. King Herod heard about Jesus, for his fame had become widespread, and people were saying, "John the Baptist has been raised from the dead. That is why mighty powers are at work in him." Others were saying, "He is Elijah." Still others, "He is a prophet like any other prophets." But when Herod learned of it, he said, "It is John whom I have beheaded. He has been raised up." Herod was the one who had John arrested and bound in prison on account of Herodias, the wife of his brother Philip, whom he had married. John had said to Herod, "It is not lawful for you to have your brother's wife." Herodias harbored a grudge against him and wanted to kill him but was unable to do so. Herod feared John, knowing him to be a righteous and holy man, and kept him in custody. When he heard him speak, he was very much perplexed, yet he liked to listen to him. Herodias had an opportunity one day when Herod, on his birthday, gave a banquet for his courtiers, his military officers, and the leading men of Galilee. His own daughter came in and performed a dance that delighted Herod and his guests. The king said to the girl, "Ask of me whatever you wish, and I will grant it to you." He even swore many things to her. "I will grant you whatever you ask of me, even to the half of my kingdom." She went out and said to her mother, "What shall I ask for?" Her mother replied, "The head of John the Baptist." The girl hurried back to the king's presence and made her request. "I want you to give me at once on a platter the head of John the Baptist." The king was deeply distressed, but because of his oaths and the guests, he did not wish to break his word to her. So he promptly dispatched an executioner with orders to bring back his head. He went off and beheaded him in the prison. He brought in the head on a platter and gave it to the girl. The girl in turn gave it to her mother. When his disciples heard about it, they came and took his body and laid it in a tomb. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, O Lord Jesus Christ. Today we celebrate the memory of Saint Agatha, Virgin and Martyr. Also known as Agatha of Sicily, she was born in Palermo around the early 3rd century to an affluent family. She was very devoted to her faith, which led to her arrest, torture, and eventual execution during the persecution of Emperor Decius in 251. She endured many acts of violence committed toward her during her imprisonment, at one point having her breasts cut off by her captors. Like John the Baptist, who suffered in prison under Herod, St. Agatha also endured unspeakable horrors for her faith and for righteousness, and is considered as an advocate for victims of sexual violence and breast cancer. Despite horrendous attempts by those persecuting St. Agatha to defile her integrity and love of God, she remained steadfast in all that she believed in, perplexing those around her, like John did to Herod, of her commitment to truth and salvation. So looking to St. Agatha for inspiration and strength, let us too remain steadfast in our values and the truth that we are all indeed created in the image and likeness of God and are precious in His eyes. Thank you for listening to today's Gospel reading and reflection. Please be sure to tune in again tomorrow. Have a blessed and righteous day.
If you enjoyed today's Gospel reading and reflection, please make sure that you subscribe wherever you're listening to podcasts. Also, if you know somebody who may find value in today's reading, please make sure that you share it with them. To learn more about how you can support the work that Maryknoll does around the world, please visit us at maryknollsociety.org. And if you're interested in subscribing to our online magazine, please feel free to visit us at maryknollmagazine.org. Thank you once again for spending your time with us today, and God bless.